What is going on, guys? This is Excited here, and welcome back to my channel, guys. Today we are going to take a look at the Freightliner FLB edit. It is by AlexeyP. It is on the Steam Workshop, so it has been added on there. I'm just going off of by what is in the description of the truck on the workshop. All credits to mod creators. It does not list them. That's what it just says. It's been uploaded to the workshop by Guidot, who, if you guys don't know, he's very well at making mods and he's fantastic. Also, it says underneath of that, it says TOBJ comment. I'm not sure what that stands for. Then it says and SII fixes also by him as well. So that's all that's in the description. I mean, I can't really put everyone's credit in there. I can only mainly put the two that were actually listed. But if anyone else has, helped with this truck or whatever, please let me know, and I will put you in the credits in the description below. But without further ado, guys, we are going to get into this customization. Now, I will say that you have two options you could do with this truck. You could have it looking old and clunky and dirty, or have it look pretty new. I know that the mileage on the truck, that has been said that the mileage on the truck is set to make it look more like a like it was used. So you buy it used, and that's why right now you see it looks used. Also too, I do know that people were also saying that whenever you hook up to a trailer, that the actual pin on the kingpin on the trailer itself is actually up a little higher. It actually doesn't sit down inside the fifth wheel lock where it should be. I know I know he's making a fix for that, so that'll be out whenever he does get that fixed. But I did want to say that before anyone says anything like that in the comments. But without further ado, let's get into the customization on this. So we go to the cab. We only have one cab to choose from, and that is the low cab. But we will have different options to, to change that just from what it is now. Moving over to the chassis, we do have two different chassis. So we have the 4x2, as you can see here, which is the standard chassis for it whenever you go and purchase the truck. And then we have a 6x4, which gives you the two pushers in the back. So we're going to go with this setup today. Before I move on, I will show you the two different setups that you could possibly choose when making this truck. Moving over to the engines, we have a bunch of different engines, but they mainly consist of the Cummins ISX 12 and 15 and the Cat C15. So we have the ISX 12 370, the Cat C13 380, which is standard with the truck, the ISX 12 400, the ISX 15 400, the Cat C15 435. We'll go down here, and we have the ISX 15 450, the Cat C15 475, the Cat C15 500, the ISX 15 500, the Cat C15 550, the ISX 15 550, the Cat C15 600 with assert, so it's a 600 horsepower. We got the ISX 15 600. We have the Cat 3406 475, and we have the Cat 3406 550. I have tested this truck out already, and I did pick the Cat 3406 550, so that's what we're going to pick today. Moving over to the transmissions, now we only have 4 different transmissions to choose from. We do have the FS 6406 AR 6-speed with retarder, so you do have your automatic 6-speed. We do have an RTL 1471. I'm sorry, a 14710 BR 10-speed with retarder. We have a RTLO 209 13 AR 13-speed with retarder, and then we have the RTLO 229 18B AS 18-speed with retarder. So I'm going to pick the 18-speed as I normally do. Moving over to the interiors, now we do have 3 different interiors to choose from. As you can see, like I said before, this truck was meant to be used whenever you go and buy it. So whenever we do look at the speedometers, actually you can see down there that it has miles on it. So it's supposed to be meant as a used truck. But I mean, you can make it look like it's new, but you will have to deal with the inside interior looking old. But we do have the standard here, and then we have the old buddy, which does change the steering wheel, and then we have the custom, which is the custom steering wheel. So like I said before, if you do make it more newer, you could pick the custom steering wheel and have a better look. But the interior itself with the dash and the seats with the stains and all that you cannot change. But I'm gonna go with the probably gonna go with the old buddy here for now. Moving over to the paint job. So the first one that comes with the truck actually is the Freightliner FLB, the Sherman Bro. So it's the Sherman Brothers heavy trucking skin there, and we'll scroll up. So we have the Freightliner FLB USF. So let you guys see that there. Then we have Deep Ocean, which is just a normal paint. Which why it's in between the skins, I don't know, but that could be easily fixed later on. We have the Freightliner FLB Overnight. You guys see that? We have the Freightliner FLB Posy, I believe is how it's pronounced, or Posey Brothers, one of the two. Then we have the Freightliner FLB, I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but I'm going to just spell it out as SAIA, so have that to look at. And you can see that they're all old skins, which is very nice. I do like that, the old grimy look, rust and paint chipped away and splotches everywhere. I do like that a lot. I do like the detail a lot. Then we have regular graphite. We already saw the Sherman Brothers. And we have Celestial Blue, Milano Red, Polar White, Deep Basalt, Carrari Ivory, Autumn Orange, Black Star, Cocoa Brown, Dark Red Metallic, Sky Blue Metallic, Sunshine Yellow, Dark Scarlet, Poached Ivory, Good Feel Orange. Then we have the custom metallic color, which we will check out here. So you can see that works. We'll go through here. So you can see that it works. Go to the second one. You can see that that also works as well. And we'll check out the last one, which you can see up here and down here that it does work. So the custom metallic does work. Then we'll go to the regular custom color and check that out. So it all works. So everything works, which is very nice. I will pick a custom metallic color, but I will come back to that because I wanted to show something and point something out. And you can see it better with a brighter color. So I will pick the Sunshine Yellow for now, and I will come back and change it later on. But I did want to show something coming up in the accessories that I just wanted to point out. So to the accessories now, we could start over here. We do have the pipes. So it is the exhaust in the back here. So we do have the aluminum pipe. We have the aluminum pipe short. We have the twin aluminum pipes. Then we have the twin aluminum pipes short. And we have chrome pipes. We have the chrome pipe short. And we have the twin chrome pipes. And then we have the twin chrome pipes short. Once again, I have not decided yet on how I want to go about it, looking at making it look, either new or old. The only thing that you can't change from old to new is the mud flaps, unfortunately, so they will stay old. So I probably am just going to keep it as an older style used truck, since it is meant to be used whenever you buy it from the dealership. So I will go with the twin aluminum pipes. Ooh, I don't want the short ones. I'm going to go with the long ones there. Moving over to the roof, so we do have the low cab, which is the standard. Now this next is why I picked the yellow paint. So pick the low cab with the wings. You can see that the paint got really, really dark, and I'm not too sure why. And if we go to the low cab with the spoiler, then it goes back to the original. So I did want to point that out so you can see the two differences there. And then if you pick the wings one, it will be a darker color. I'm not sure why that is. I don't know if they planned on that or not, but I did want to point that out. But I am going to go with the low cab for today. Moving up to the beacons, so we do have an interior light. It does say beacon, but it's an interior light. So there's that. We have a light bar up here, so we have the roof grill low, which you could add accessories on here, such as if you wanted to add horns, which we would do so. Add these roar ones up here. And if you wanted to add beacons on the side up here as well, I do have Viper's 389 off the Steam Workshop in, so that's why I'm able to have these beacons up here as well. I know on the last truck well, not the last truck I did, but another truck that I did prior, I had beacons on there, and someone said to me that they were wondering how I got them. On the side here, you could maybe possibly add a horn, but it does stick out on the side and the back, so I'm not too sure what to really add on there. I mean, you could add those if you really wanted to, but I don't really see a point. So moving on to let's see here. Click on something else. We have the radio that's on the inside of the truck, so we'll come back to that once we hit on the inside. So we have the visor here. So we have a painted visor and we have a chrome visor. I'm probably just going to go with the painted one to keep that old look to it. Over on the side here, we do have front mirror, so you can put the chrome front mirror on, which is, as you can see there, it is strapped onto the mirror and underneath the sun visor, which is very nice, which helps you see down in front of the ground over here. And I will actually leave this on here because the way I'm going to have it set up, you will see why, and I'll explain it a little later. That's the dash cam is on the inside. We have the driver's plates here, which I don't worry about. We have the main mirrors here, which you only have one option, which is the chrome ones there on the side. Then the OBC is also on the inside of the truck. Moving on down to the bull bar, there's only one option. It's the add-on option. So you could add lights on here. So you could add lights on the inside here if you do choose so, like this. Oop. And if you wanted to add them onto the mirrors as well, you could do so, which I will. Also, what I wanted to do too down here is I wanted to add on the flash beacons down here. Oop. You can see them down there. And I do like that because they're small and they're out of the way. They don't really pose too much of a I don't know what the word I'm trying to look for, but they're not easy to spot, I guess you would say, and they don't look out of place. And that's another reason why I have this mirror on here, because from the inside of the cab, you can actually see because you aren't able to see the actual flashing in the daytime, but if you look at the mirror, it does shine down onto the ground, like I said before, and you are able to see if the beacons are on or off, if you accidentally hit the button or not. So I did want to point that out there as to why I have the mirror on there and why I put the beacons on there. Moving on down to we have fog lights you can add on in here, so do have fog lights there. Down onto the bumper, now we do have 4 different bumpers. We have the plastic bumper, we have the plastic bumper with a stripe of chrome, we have a custom bumper, and then we have the custom bumper 2, which is that there. So like I said, if you do want to go for a newer look, you could choose either one of these 2 bumpers. I prefer, in my preference, to pick the custom bumper 2. If you were going to do that, this one is kind of a little bit bulky, sticks out a little bit. But I'm going to go for the plastic bumper and just leave that on there as is, and just keep the fog lights on there like that. Moving over onto the wheels, nothing too much different with the wheels. I do know that there's this Freightliner AccuRide wheels there, which are old style dirty wheels, so I will pick those. Tire really doesn't matter, so yeah, I mean you can pick whatever fits, but I'm just gonna go with the Bridgestone for Alcoa. With the nuts and all that, everything, it's pretty standard. When it comes to that, nothing really too much has changed, so I did want to point that out there. Moving on to the tanks, we have 5 different tanks to choose from. So the one that comes standard with the truck is the used aluminum half tanks. Then we have the used aluminum small tanks, which is even smaller. Then we have used aluminum tanks. You can see that there, they're a little bit bigger. Then we have aluminum tanks. And then we have chrome tanks. So you can see that there. And actually, if you want to, when I get done with all this, I will come back and I will make a newer version. What what you would buy if you wanted it newer. I guess you would say. But for now, I'm going to leave it on the. I'll just leave it on the chrome tanks for now. We'll actually change this wheel out. We will do the. Let's see. Seagull chrome. Do that. We could just leave that on there like that. And we'll change this to that. Like so. Alright. Moving on. Ooh, skip this. We have 4 different fenders to choose from. As you can see down here, they are used fenders. So they do have the rust and all that on them and the dirt. And we have plastic fenders. And we have aluminum fenders. And then we have chrome fenders as well. So those are the only ones that you could choose from. So I will choose the chrome. And I will also change out these rear wheels as well. Do that. Right, change out the tire. Whoops. Right, there we go. Alright, so, oop, I don't know what happened here. There we go. Right, no, it didn't fix it. Go back in here real quick. There we go. Is that what it picked for the back one? No, it's just on standard. Okay. Alright, so there we go. So, like I said, if you did want to have a more modern look, I guess you would say, with the truck, you could choose this. Actually change out the stacks as well to the twin pipes. There we go. So like I said, if you did want to have a more newer look, like I said, besides the mud flaps that you can't change, and the 5th wheel is grimy like it should be, because it is being used constantly. But like I said, if you do want to have a more newer look, you can do so, as you can see here. The bull lights up top are used, so they're not chrome, unfortunately, but it's about as new as you are going to get out of the dealership. But like I said, I wanted to have the older look for this truck, just because it's just something new and I just want to have a bit of a change, I guess in scenery you would say, or style of truck. I took that off, leave that on standard. Alright, cool. Alright, change these back ones out. I do apologize for it being a little on the longer side. I know most of you probably don't want to see this, but I wanted to point it out just to show you some differences and all that you could do. So these actually don't fit, so we will have to pick a normal tire like that. Do it to the front as well. There we go. Then we will change these out as well. Get rid of the hub. Oop. There we go. And we will put this back in here. Like that. Alright, so there we go. And we will change the tanks out to the used aluminum tanks, so we'll get the full ones there. And we will also change out the pipes to the twin aluminum pipes, as you can see there. And then we will go back and change the skin. Let's see. Go with that one there. So this is the style setup I'm going to go with today on everything. I just wanted to show you guys the difference between the two, so you could definitely tell that it is much older, a lot grimier, and doesn't look brand new. It wasn't meant to be brand new. As I said before, it is meant to be used. So you want to have more of a used look, then I would suggest going with something like this. But you can go with a newer look. It's up to you. It's totally up to you. It's just what I'm feeling today. So going on, I believe that's everything on the outside with accessory wise with the truck. But going on to the interior, You can't change the steering wheel out because you could do that with the interior. But moving over to here, we do have a holder, so we do have work. So it does have paperwork, a pen. It does have a can of Budweiser beer there, which I don't know why that would be in here, but is what it is. Nothing I could do about that. Over here is the OBC, so you click on that. Whenever we start up the truck, once we purchase it, if you don't know what it is, I will show you what it is. We do have a GPS that is already mounted in the truck, so you don't have to actually add one in there. Over here we do have the dash cams, just a little accessory if you wanted to add that in there. Nothing much else really. We do have a side mirror over here, so you do have the side mirror, and then you can see the front there with the truck. And I will actually get out of here and put the lights back on, and then we'll go back inside the truck. Should be able to see. So as you can see over here, it's kind of hard, but you can see the beacons are on. So like I said before, if you do accidentally hit them, since they are so low, especially driving in the daytime, if you do accidentally hit the button, you're not sure if you did or not, you could always look in the mirror, and you can see them flashing right above where the pointer is at right there. So I did want to point that out. But other than that, I believe that is everything that you could possibly do to this truck. I do know that guy had definitely said that you could, take this truck and you could add your own stuff to it. Welcome to do that. I know on the American Mods Nation group that when he posted it, he said you were welcome to do that. Mistake if I'm wrong, but I believe that is what he said. So feel free to do whatever you feel to it once you get it under your own mods and all that. But other than that, so we will confirm this truck and we will trade it in. I do wish you were able to have like old rusty mirrors instead of just the standard chrome, but hopefully in a later update that'll happen. Possibly, I think that'd be pretty neat. I mean, it just kind of does stick out a little bit. A little bit of lag here. There we go. Not sure what all this is about. There we go. So yeah, I think it'd be pretty neat to have like rusted mirrors or just older style mirrors. It's same with the grill. Have an old grill and all that if you do want to go for the older look. So I will start this truck up. There's the Caterpillar engine. Do the lights here. Ooh. Got your left turn signal. Now they do blink a little slow. Got the side blinker there. Got it in the back. And there's the right side. Right side blinker, and then the right one in the front. You still have the running lights underneath. Both steps there on both sides. There's your high beams and the fog lights. Whenever you do put the high beams on there, so that is very nice. Do the horn. I believe that was the air horn, and then we'll do the other horn. Yeah, so here's the air horn. Yeah, so it is very nicely done. We'll test out the wipers here. So they're a little slow once they come back to the top, as you can see there on the outside. It's a faster one. And that shuts them off. We'll go on the inside now. Put them on. So it's still got the same effect. They go real slow and then they go back down. You can see that there. So here's the OBC on the side here that I was talking about before. It gives you the time. If you do hit the I button, which is what I have on my keyboard, to change like the dashboard settings, it does change that on there. So you do have your miles per hour, your fuel and temperature gauge, or how much fuel you have, and all that. It's a little hard to see though, but you do have everything there. So we'll leave it on that. You got your parking brake there, which does illuminate. That's the high beams. You can see the switch over there, the lights as well. But other than that, we can put the beacons on there, so we do have the ones down below and the ones up top as well that work very nicely. Other than that, I believe that's everything possibly with the truck that pretty much go over. I do like the interior light there. You can see a lights up the back bunk where the bed's at, and on the side here and over here. So it is pretty nice. Oh, forgot to add the radio in there. So we'll go do that real quick before we actually drive away. Forgot to add the radio in there. It's just a little minor detail, you don't have to. But I feel like every truck should have a CB, so there's the radio there. You can put in there. I totally forgot about that, and I do apologize. Hopefully that didn't, and it did. Messed up our wheels. I know whenever I reviewed the Mac, I knew the Mac Pinnacle that it did mess up the wheels as well whenever you came in and out of the garage. So that's just something that needs to be fixed on their end. Just no biggie. Let's see if we can get rid of that. There we go. Alright, cool. So that's everything. Everything should be back to normal. Alright, confirm that. Alright, let's start this back up. Lights on. Do want to show you guys something on the way back. But for now, I'm going to be quiet and let you guys listen to the sounds on the inside. And then once we get up to the light, I will switch to the outside as always, and I will show you. I guess it's a little surprise. I haven't seen it on any other truck, especially cab over like this, so I definitely will show you guys that. But without me, I'm gonna just be quiet now. Just let you guys hear the sounds. Alright, so we are on the outside. I want you guys to pay close attention to the cab. If you guys saw it or not, whenever you hit the brakes and take off, the cab is actually animated and does move. Faster here, hit the brakes. Just like that, so you guys did see that. I did forget to do the reverse light before we took off, so we have the reverse light on the back that is attached to the stacks along with the airlines, and then we have the one on the rear plate back here as well. Right. Shut the truck down. Alright, so that was the Freightliner FLB by AlexeyP. I know, like I said before, Guidot helped put this on the workshop. Unfortunately, I do not have the names of all the other creators. It just says all credits to mod creators. That's all it says in the description. It is on the Steam Workshop. I've already said that before. So do go check it out if you do like this a lot. The very, unique truck. We'll go back in on here on the side. We'll turn the truck on. Like I said, it is meant to be a used truck, so it does, on the speedometer, it does have a lot of miles on it because it is meant to be used. So you could have the used look like I do here, or you could have a newer look as I showed before. So, you know, everything's totally up to you and how you feel about going about it. If you just want to have it in your fleet as a used truck for another driver, you could do that. Or if you want a brand new truck, as best as you can get it to be brand new. Like I said, you can't change the mud flaps, but hopefully you'll be able to later on. Um, but if you know, whatever you want to do, it's all fine and dandy. I just like the fact that it is old, it's different, it's unique. Uh, and you're not stuck just with this all griminess and all that. You could have it newer and all that. So I do like those two different options that they did, um, or by AlexeyP. I do appreciate that a lot. It is something different. Definitely needed to be implemented into the game. Um, my last final thoughts. I do think that the mirrors, for the older style that I do have here, I think that they should be um, more older, you know, rustier. Definitely, I know the horns are from a pack, separate pack on the Steam Workshop, and maybe they could implement their own horns on up on top uh, that are older, such as you know how the bullet lights are older. Maybe you could change those out later on too, as well, to where you can have them being newer. So this whole truck could be brand new, aside from the mileage. But other than that, I do, you know, thank you guys a lot. You know, the support you guys have been giving me is phenomenal. So, you know, I appreciate it. Like I said, I will push out mods, you know, mod reviews like this as best as I can, as much as I can, and when they come out and when they're available and all that. I do not really go into looking into buying mods, so don't, you know, come ask me will you do a mod review. I think it was the Max Superliner from RTA you have to buy. I'm not doing it. Not wasting my time and my money on it. So I will do it if it's free. You're able to download it and all that. We'll do that. So um, just wanted to point that out there. Um, but other than that, guys, I do hope you did enjoy this video. It wasn't probably one of my best ones, but still got it out there for you guys. Uh, I know a lot of people love Freightliners and especially the FLB. So here's a video and all that for you guys. So I do hope you appreciated it. You know, leave a thumbs up if you did like the video. Subscribe if you are new to the channel. Check out my other videos. The link to the playlist and will be in the description below. Other than that, please have a wonderful day, and happy trucking.